Okay, I'm gonna start this video off by discussing some things that I forgot to discuss in the last video. First things first, in terms of KC, how my phone is now broken, I'm working together with my boy Rice Spirits over here on YouTube to try and get videos released out to y'all as a team effort. Like, I'm going to be making the scripts, he's going to be recording the video, he's going to email me the recording, and then I'm going to edit it and then post it. Hopefully that goes well. That's our plan, at least. Hopefully that goes well. And the second thing I wanted to mention was why the last video looked a bit odd. I used Canva to edit that video, but on this video I'm using a different website called Clipchamp. So hopefully this goes well. Alright, now on to the first episode of Tales from the 10th, and the title of this video, Respect. No, we should all already know what that means, right? But for those who don't in the back, respect means that you accept somebody for who they are, even when they're different from you, or you don't agree with them. Or, if you don't like the word respect for some reason, honor. To have high respect or great esteem towards another person. The reason I feel like I have to define such words is because for this tale I'm about to tell y'all, I realize most of the people that go to my school do not exercise this in the slightest. Like, they acknowledge it, but they don't care. They don't care at all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They don't give two fucks. They don't care. Like, y'all remember how my freshman year, it was literally a fight club, and we had like 3 fights a day regularly? Yeah, that don't sound very respectful to me. I'm gonna keep it a whole beam with you. That sound very ghetto and violent. Like, I actually, no joke, remember a time in freshman year where a girl, I don't know if she's gonna remember this, I'm pretty sure she left the school because she was a senior, but there was a girl that ran up to me while I was on my Chromebook listening to music, and she plugged her phone in to charge it. Like, there wasn't a whole outlet right next to her, but she decided to get up and come bother me just to charge her phone. And then when I confronted her about it, like, yo, you could have at least said please, she gonna look at me and say, that ain't ghetto. Like it genuinely bothers me. What? Why are you going out of your way to be like that? Like, I can understand growing up in an environment like that and growing up around people like that, you know what I'm saying? I know some people like that. I'm friends with people like that. I get it. But going out of your way to be like that when you grew up in the suburbs, it's crazy to me. How you talking like you from the hood? Or you were raised in Northtown, Nevada? What are you doing? What am I listening to? How you gonna talk like you straight out of Compton when you grew up in Schwamberg? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not gonna make an assumption like I knew where she was from, but this is very much the case for many other students at that school. I know y'all grew up in good areas. I know y'all do, because y'all are neighbors with me. I see y'all when I walk home. I see y'all drive past my house. I see it. I know y'all live near me. Like, the fake ignorance and people just acting up because they want to act up because they deem it funny is what actually confuses me about the people at this school. I came on here because there's a specific story I want to talk about. And this story, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to get heated when I tell it. So buckle up for that one. This actually happened in the first quarter of my sophomore year. I think it was around 2 or 3 weeks in. You can ask my boy Rice Spirits about this story. He can co-sign it for you. What I'm about to say actually did happen. I'm not gonna drop any real names because I know y'all are a bunch of ninjas. I don't want any people that go to my school get a hit and be like, yo, why you do that? But like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I will say what happens here is pretty fucked. So I'm sitting in my math class, right? is algebra 2. There wasn't a real teacher around back here because I think the teacher was still doing like some type of training to get in to get hired. I don't know what exactly was she was doing, but instead of her, we had a substitute. We're gonna call him Mr. Wish, because that's the joke that me and Rice had. I'm not gonna reveal his real name because I don't know if he's going to be comfortable with that. So for now, we're just gonna call him Mr. Wish. So as the class goes, I'm sitting next to my boy Rise while Mr. Wish is on a smart board in the front of the room. Now, this entire class, there are going to be mainly two other people that I talk about here. We're gonna call them Drake and Josh. It's not actually Drake and Josh. So Drake and Josh, as you imagine, are just being the most disruptive in this class. Now, when it comes to disruptive kids, I've been growing up with them for my entire, when I say entire, I mean entire education life, ever since the kindergarten to here. So it's not that really much of an issue for me personally. I can still get my work done and everything. But Mr. Wish at the front of the room seems like he is struggling a bit to get them back on track. I mean, he did hold his own though. I remember they tried roasting him, right? And I remember there was this one thing he said where he was like, "Are you 8 or 12?" I'm not talking about age, I'm talking about IQ. And I'm telling you, Mr. Wish was goated for that. But yeah, in all seriousness though, as I remember the class going on and remembering how Drake and Josh just got more and more disrespectful, and as Mr. Wish ran out of more smart things to come back at him with, the more the class fell apart. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. I remember this happening at the end of the class because to this day I don't know if there is still anything done about this situation regarding those two and Mr. Wish, but I remember Mr. Wish saying that he was having a hard time out of everybody else in that classroom. Of course, Drake and Josh didn't give a single damn about that, and then that's when Mr. Wish dropped the atom bomb of letting everybody in the class know that, I'm not going to get too personal here because I want to respect them as much as I can, but he dropped the atom bomb of saying that a family member of his died the same day that he came to that school and decided to teach us, and got absolutely disrespected by Drake and Josh. Everybody was quiet for a real quick second, because whenever you hear news about someone's family member dying, of course you're going to feel a type of way. You're going to feel bad for that person. I mean, of course Mr. Wish was a real one, because he still stood his ground that day and still decided to go to his job to work for these kids that he knew were not all up here, if you get what I'm saying. But as the silence kind of dimmed down, as people getting mutter amongst themselves, one of those assholes, we gonna say Drake stood up out of his chair, look at Mr. Wish and go, "Oh yeah? Your family member died today? Guess what? My cat died today and I'm still here, aren't I?" Bro. Boy, when I tell you, the reactions in the room were wild to me. I heard people laughing front, right, and center. I had a friend in there that laughed at that stupidness. I mean, we're still friends today. He knows what he did was wrong. And like he said, he even told me like that's just a reaction that he has to dumb things like that. He knew it was wrong, but it still got a giggle out of him. I kind of get it, but it don't make it okay even then. Okay, this is when I get heated, right? This is when I need y'all to really sit down with me here. The fact that you can really think of something like that, look at that person, know what he's going through, and just blatantly disrespect it like that. Okay, no, we can word it like this, right? I have a saying. Listen to me here. This is a saying I go by regularly whenever I hear about somebody that knows somebody that died. I always say, respect the respectful dead. If this person was a person of actual importance, like a brother, sister, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, hell, even if this was like a cousin that a person was really close to, or hell, even if this person that died that this other person knows was like in the army or something, or was a nurse or a doctor or a firefighter or a cop, and you hear that they die, what gives you the actual right to come at them crazy and disrespect them like that? And could what Drake has said actually have been true? No. No, I genuinely think it could not have. It's possible, but I don't think so. Why would you suddenly just choose to reveal that your cat died right then and there? I mean, that I guess that argument can be made as well for Mr. Wish. He really didn't need to tell us that. But at the same time, though, because he did tell us that, that's your cue to shut the fuck up. Not try to outweigh him. It's a cat. It's probably an imaginary cat too. You probably just said that to belittle him. Wrong with you? And what's crazy is people laughed at that for a good 2 or 3 minutes. They looked at Drake and said, yo, you are going to hell for saying that. And here's the crazy part. He doubled down. He said he didn't care. He said, I don't care about this old man. My cat died. I'm still here. I ain't crying. I'm pretty sure underneath his breath he called Mr. Wish a pussy. I'm positive he did that. I'm quite positive. Bro, while this laughter was going on, me and Rise looked at each other like, wow. Cause what other reaction are you expecting us to have? That's crazy to me. But nah, what's crazy is after laughter ceased for a while and the bell rung, signaling the end of that class, I don't think Mr. Wish even wrote Drake or Josh up. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't think anything was done after the situation, which there really should have been something, but that's just me though. That's just me. Whenever I hear about situations like this, or I'm a witness to situations like this, I always look at it in a way like, okay, how can a person that's in the wrong be punished in a way that they know not to do no stupid shit like that again? That's how I think. And nothing happened. And I was very agitated, but I let it rock. It's Mr. Wish's decision at the end of the day. I'm the student. He was the substitute. Like, it's his choice. So after that class, I grab all my stuff. I pack my bags. I walk out the classroom. I see Mr. Wish standing outside the door. I say, hey man, I'm sorry about your family member passing away. I'm sure they're in a better place right now, and that blatant disrespect that you just faced in that classroom, that's nothing that anybody should be deserving or facing in a time like this. I understand what you are going through, and what happened back then. If I were you, I would have started swinging, but you are clearly more stronger than me to not be swinging, and for that you are very commemorable, sir. And I went my hand like this and I shook his hand, and to this day, me and Mr. Wish, we're basically them for real. But yeah, all of this to say, the moral of this tale is, it is a lot easier to respect somebody that you don't know than it is to hate them and find reasons to disrespect them out of nowhere just because you feel like it. And sorry I cursed. I cursed a bit much in this video, but like this, for this entire series, I probably am going to be cursing a lot more, because these are things that I am going to be passionate about, because these things actually do happen, and these are things that I actually am going to be trying to teach y'all. Well, apart from one episode, but we'll get to that later. All right. We'll get to that one later, but for right now, if you like the video, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you on the flip. It's been too long since I said I got a bit of nostalgia right here.